What do you think if you were to pick one like concrete thing that could actually make a change in this system today, is there something we can do? It's really just about talking about this more, bringing things more to light, having people understand what the hell is going on even.
Well, awareness for sure. Awareness is definitely very important. Educating people about what's wrong with the system. But really, what would change everything is if we can go back to the old way of making shidduchim. That's really the answer. The fact is that the old way worked. It worked. Forget about what I'm saying. You don't have to listen to what I'm saying. But take a look what's going on out there, right? We have so many matchmakers and so many singles, and it's like they're not being matched. I'm meeting people that tell me they haven't had a date. I spoke to a guy who was in his 40s. Great guy. He told me that he hasn't had a date in 2 years. He doesn't want to go out with just anybody just to be on a date because he's very tactless oriented. And he hasn't been on a date in 2 years. And he claims he was
Crazy.
blacklisted. That's
Wow.
another thing. People do blacklist, whatever it is. I mean, I don't want to get into too many details because it's private, but
Sure.
it's not just this guy. It's women. They haven't had a date in a long time. Where did that ever happen? It didn't exist. Not only that, but years ago, people would date more than one person at a time. Now, if you have a date with somebody, it means you're busy. You're in a relationship already. It's considered you're cheating. If you went on one date with somebody, you're not allowed to go on a second date. I'm sorry, you're not allowed to go on a date with somebody else because you may or may not go on a second date with that person. And so you're saying no to the suggestion. Meanwhile, when you're actually ready, that guy is not ready, or that girl is not ready. And the old time ladies of yesteryear used to say, "Until you have a ring on your finger, you're single." You know.
Nice. Nice.
That that
Well,
was actually said to me once. Um, One of my mother's close friends is also a matchmaker, and she had brought up a guy who I knew I think was almost like getting engaged or something. And she's like, no, like I could try to set him up. I think it would be a good idea for you. And I was
Right.
like, I'm pretty sure he's in like a relationship. And she's like, not engaged yet. Not engaged yet. I was like,
No, look,
oh my
I mean,
lord.
if you're dating somebody seriously, I would not recommend that recommend that anybody start dating another person. It's confusing and also unfair to
Yeah.
the one you're dating. So, I mean, but if you've had one date with a person and you don't even know if you're going to go on a second date, and even if you go on a second date,
yeah, it's
you can
nothing.
meet somebody else and talk to them and see. It's like if you're looking for a job, would you not go
Apply to
on
one
a
job.
second
Yeah.
interview? Would you not go on an interview somewhere else if you offered an interview because you had one interview? If you're looking for a house, would you look at one house and not do anything until you either go into contract or don't go into contract? No, you would look at as many houses as you can until you're serious. And once you're serious and you're ready to go into contract, okay, you're not going to look anymore. You're just going to confuse yourself, and it's also unfair to the seller as well.
So besides for first of all, when do you think this shift has happened where it is wrong to do that, and what else were we doing back then that we are not doing now that's completely destroying everything?
Well, first of all, as I said, people did go out on dates with multiple people, not before a relationship has been established. So, and not everyone has that opportunity to go out with more than one person. That's also in the last several years. What really, and this is what I keep saying, we need to go back to the old system. We need to go back to the system that actually worked. The
Right.
system where not everyone is a matchmaker. That's number one. And it's so easy to be a match. No, no, really, because it's so
It's
easy.
great. No, 100%.
About
Yeah,
what's involved in being a matchmaker today as opposed to years ago. So what's
crazy.
involved in being a matchmaker today? All you have to do is click the send button. That's it.
Right. Yeah.
You saw a woman presented, a man presented. You just forward it. You click forward, send, boom. Okay, it either works, it doesn't work. Who cares? Right?
Yep.
That's the system
Yep.
today.
For
And
sure. For sure.
Right.
matchmaker because I click the
I
send button,
forwarded a message.
forwarded a
Yeah.
message. Therefore, I'm a matchmaker,
Yeah.
right?
That's right.
Years ago, what was involved? The matchmaker met the man, met the woman, interviewed them, got to know them as best as he or she could. Now, look, there's no guarantees with that with anything, but at least you got a feel for their personality, what would make them happy, and what would make them an appropriate spouse for the person that they're suggesting. They got to know the people. You knew the people that you were matching. That's how it used to be. That's not, and you trusted them, but that doesn't exist anymore today. You're not building a relationship. If, in fact, this is what happens a lot too. Somebody sees a person presented on a WhatsApp group, and then they're going to reach out to 10 different people to make that match. And whoever gets in first, that's the shadchan. I mean? Well, 10 people are suggesting the same shidduch. Click, 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 click. That's how we're doing shidduchim today. And we wonder, why are we having a problem?
Right.
I hate. It's one of the biggest reasons why I hate WhatsApp chats, because I feel like you're just forwarding messages, and not to mention there's a platform out there today that I know 2 separate cases firsthand. This is not through anyone else. These are people that I know and I've confirmed that have been set up with their sister.
Well, especially if it's
that is a no under every circumstance. That should never happen.
That could happen if somebody has two different last names. So that could happen.
But they have
the same last name.
The same last name. Yeah, because they don't read.
Same name.
Because they don't even look at it. It just comes up on the thing like,
computer
said,
I've heard of that. I've heard of that.
You like chocolate. She likes chocolate. That's a 98% match right there. So
she likes chocolate. He likes chocolate. She has a beating pulse. He's got a beating pulse. So it's a shidduch.
It's a match made in heaven. That's right.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.